everybody. Matt Lawrence again here with you on HopTV for the championship of the Centennial Conference Volleyball Tournament. A conference champion to be crowned here this afternoon at Gold Farm Gymnasium. A rematch of last year's title match. It'll be the top-seeded Blue Jays of Johns Hopkins against the second-seeded Garnet of Swarthmore College, which should be a dandy here from Baltimore. The last two times these two programs have matched up, we had a 5-setter in last year's title, and then again when these two teams met earlier this year on October 14th, it also went 5 sets. This past time it was Johns Hopkins who won the first 2 sets. Swarthmore won the next 2 before Johns Hopkins was able to close out the 5th set and knock off the only meeting between these two sides since last year's championship. The Garnet will come out. It'll be Sarah Gerard set to serve, as Natalie Aston's going to set for Simone Bliss, who gets the scoring going right off the bat. It's Johns Hopkins with the first point of the afternoon. Starting lineups for the Blue Jays, they're wearing the black tops with the blue trim. They'll be attacking left to right as you see it on your screen. Elizabeth Warsaw, who's set to serve right now, along with Lulu Kishton, Simone Bliss, Natalie Aston, Christy Reed, and the libero is number 1, Esther Hong, wearing the gray top. Olivia Leventhal is going to swing from the far side. It's blocked there by Reed, and now the attack by Bliss once again is going to go cross court and find the near sideline. It's 2-0 Johns Hopkins right off the start. For Swarthmore, it'll be Olivia Leventhal. The setter is Malia Scott. Emma Morgan Bennett, along with Mira Dembravin, Sarah Wallace, and the libero in the red top is Sarah Gerard. Sarah Wallace is going to try to dump this one over. Christy Reed will attack. The bump set there from Gerard. Over to Leventhal is going to go off the arm of Lulu Kishton, and Swarthmore is on the board. It's 2-1. Johns Hopkins, as Gwen Mesh will check in for the first time. Olivia Leventhal will head to the bench, and it'll be Mesh, the junior libero, who is wearing the gray top today. Bliss is going to swing once again. The back set from Aston over to Warsaw. Swarthmore was calling for a lift there against Aston, but either way, Warsaw is going to try to attack cross court. It goes out of bounds, and the point is going to go to Swarthmore. Frenetic pace here to start this one. It's 2-2 in the first set, as Aston's going to set in the middle for Christy Reed. Nobody home for Swarthmore, and Christy Reed, who is really beginning to fill in nicely at that middle position. Throughout the beginning of this season, it was Christy Reed and Natalie Aston kind of splitting the setter duties, and now Natalie Aston, the primary setter, and Christy Reed has been the primary middle, coming off of an 8-kill performance in the semifinal yesterday against McDaniel. It'll be Malia Scott once again. Morgan Bennett will swing, and a blocking violation and a blocking error is going to go against Aston, who crossed over the center line. A packed house here at Gold Farm Gymnasium as the Johns Hopkins football team is beginning to file in, wearing their exotic costumes like they normally do. Malia Scott's going to attack on 2, and Malia Scott, after 7 kills yesterday, the setter has picked up her first kill of the afternoon. It's something that she's going to do quite often, attacking on 2 from that setter position. Yesterday, 38 assists to go along with 7 kills, as Kishton that time is going to take a swing. Now Scott's going to set for Dembravin in the middle. And now Kishton, off of the diving attempt there by Gwen Mesh, will tie things up now. It's 4-4 in the first set. In comes Rachel DePensier for the first time, as Christy Reed and Esther Hong will head to the bench. Nicole Hana also in the game as well for Johns Hopkins. It'll be DePensier, and her first serve of the afternoon. It goes long, and DePensier, who you will see come in to serve for Christy Reed on the majority of occasions, needs to do a better job of getting her serves in play, especially when it means losing Christy Reed to the bench. Swarthmore's going to give that point right back, as Elise Cummings couldn't clear the net. She's going to check back out, as will Morgan Bennett. In comes Isabel Andrews, who didn't even play the other day, or I should say yesterday. Yeah, she did not appear in the box score yesterday. The sophomore middle out of Fairfield, Connecticut, wearing number 15 in gray. As Warsaw that time goes right to the hands of Leventhal. Now Sarah Wallace is going to attack. Hana is there for the dig. In the middle is Gorelick, dug out there by Scott. Ball set up towards the net. The overpass is going to remain now on the Swarthmore side. That time it was Debravin who had her attack go long. Back and forth we go here in the first set. It remains 6-6. As Hana will check out once again. Natalie Aston back in for the Blue Jays, as is Simone Bliss. Now the set from Scott to Leventhal. Off the block of Warsaw, back on the Swarthmore side. Wallace will swing this time. The bump set from Aston. Warsaw got it just inside of the near antenna. Leventhal is going to give it another try. Both teams a little out of sorts right now as the rally continues, and Warsaw is going to pick up the kill off the block of Andrews. Warsaw with her first kill of today after 8 kills to go along with 5 aces in yesterday's win over McDaniel. It'll be Wallace just inside the antenna again. Aston in the middle to Gorelick, and the point to Johns Hopkins. It's 8-6 now in favor of the Blue Jays, and 3 straight points for Tim Cole's squad. Johns Hopkins with a perfect 10-0 record in Centennial Conference play in the regular season. Sarah Wallace answers with her first kill. And now it'll be Wallace's turn from the service line. Get some side spin on that one. They serve at Kishin. Simone Bliss is going to elevate, but got the bottom of that ball and out of bounds. It'll be a point for Swarthmore. Again, we're tied. It's 8-8 here in the first set. Aston's going to have to bump set this one. Bliss about 2 yards back from the net. Then Bravin's going to try to drop it over the head of Gorelick, but Warsaw is there. Now the attack remains on the Johns Hopkins side. Aston's going to set far side for Bliss, blocked there by Andrews. Again, it's Bliss. And again, it's blocked by Leventhal and Andrews. Dug out there by Gerard. The back set to Leventhal. And it's going to be an attacking error on Leventhal. They're going to say no touch at the net. Has some changes here for Hopkins. Christy Reed's going to check back in, and Morgan Wu will step behind the service line to serve this one. Gorelick and Esther Hong heading to the bench. Wu with two aces yesterday. That time it's controlled by Wallace. Then Bravin's going to swing. And now Bliss can't clear the net on that one. In comes Gorelick. In comes Morgan Bennett for Swarthmore. And Esther Hong also back in for the Blue Jays. It's 9-9. Sarah Gerard to serve. Dug out there by Kishin. Now Bliss once again. Dug out by Wallace. Now it's going to be Wallace's turn to attack. And it's going to go a little long. And now it's time for Elizabeth Warsaw, the school's all-time leader in service aces. But Wallace did a good job of keeping that one alive. The floater there from Leventhal got Bliss and Reed off balanced. And the kill for Olivia Leventhal as she heads to the bench, Gwen Mesh. As we will see throughout the afternoon, when it's Leventhal's turn to serve, it'll be Mesh that comes in to take the service rotation. Bliss, Morgan Bennett on the block. And it's 11-10 in favor of Swarthmore. Both teams hitting right around 120 here in the first set. As Warsaw that time has her attack dug out by Mesh. Christy Reed keeps it alive on the diving attempt, and Bliss goes right off the block of Morgan Bennett. And Johns Hopkins has tied this one back up at 11. Bliss will head to the sideline. Nicole Hada will check in to serve. We'll see if Hada continues with the jump serve that we've been seeing the last couple matches out of her. It looks like we will as she lines about 20 feet back from the line, throws it high up in the air, gets some topspin off of Gerard. Morgan Bennett attacks, and Aston and Reed are there for the block. Blue Jays retake a 12-11 lead. And again, it'll be Hada to serve. Tosses it high up in the air with the right hand and just misses on that one as it fails to clear the net. Again, we trade points here. It's 12-12. Dembravin serving this time. Now Reed from the middle. It's controlled there by Gerard. And Malia Scott, she's accustomed to attacking on 2, not necessarily on 3, which was the case right there. And now back comes DePensier for her second attempt of the afternoon. And again, Rachel DePensier is going to miss. So 2 serves and 2 airs for the freshman from Washington. She'll head back to the bench, as will Christy Reed. Nicole Hada back in, and Elise Cummings will serve for Swarthmore in a 13-13 first set. Dembravin is there on the dig. Now she'll attack. In comes Hada on the overpass. It's kept alive, and Dembravin sails one long. An unforced error there from Mira Dembravin. It'll be Natalie Aston to serve. On the other side for Swarthmore, they have Gwen Mesh, Mira Dembravin. That's Sarah Gerard across the back line. They'll bump set for Wallace, who's just going to run in and tap it over. Esther Hong is there on the set. Warsaw gets to that one. Now Wallace off the block of Elizabeth Warsaw, and the point is going to go to Johns Hopkins. It's 15-13 in favor of the Blue Jays. Again, it'll be Aston to serve. And that time, Aston's serve is going to go long. Back comes Olivia Leventhal. Gwen Mesh will head to the bench. It'll be Malia Scott to serve. Now Aston to Warsaw, dug out nicely there by Gerard. The attack by Andrews will find the floor, and we're all tied at 15 again. The attack from Warsaw. Off of the Morgan Bennett block. It's going to be an attacking error on Warsaw. And we're all tied at 16 now. A fast-paced first set. Neither team has used either. Neither team has used a timeout as Kishton serves. Dembravin was able to keep it alive, but Leventhal got caught in an unbalanced position there. She had to keep it inside of the antenna. Unable to do so. It's 17-16 now, Johns Hopkins. Neither team has had a lead more than 2 points in this first set. They'll serve Dembravin this time. Wallace is going to attack from the second line. Now Aston to Gorelick. Kept alive by Andrews. And Isabel Andrews, who coming into today had only played in 18 of the team's 27 matches. But she's been getting some serious playing time here in the first set. Timeout on the floor by Swarthmore. It's Johns Hopkins 18, the Garnet 16. We'll be back after this Centennial Conference Volleyball here live on HopTV. Johns Hopkins leading Swarthmore 18-16 here in the first set. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be Lulu Kishton to serve. They'll go that time at Sarah Gerard. Now Wallace is going to try to send one over the head of Gorelick and Bliss as Esther Hong knocked it up in the air. Nobody else from Johns Hopkins knew where that ball was. And the point to Swarthmore, it's 18-17. Wallace to serve, and Kishton with a mental mistake there. It looked like at the last minute she realized that she shouldn't hit that one. Instead, it goes off of her fist. And again, we're tied at 18. This time it's Bliss. Straight off the hand to the floor. And Simone Bliss picks up the kill. The fourth kill of the set for Simone Bliss. She leads all attackers so far. This time it'll be Morgan Wu. And another service error against the Hopkins as Wu sends that one long. Back comes Sasha Gorelick, who will immediately head back to the bench. In comes Esther Hong, and in comes Christy Reed. It'll be Sarah Gerard to serve. 6 on the floor right now for Swarthmore's Gerard Wallace, Malia Scott, Mira Dembravin, Morgan Bennett, and Olivia Leventhal. We're going to have a lift call against Natalie Aston. And the Garnet have retaken the lead now. It's 20-19. This time it's Gerard. Bliss doesn't get a good handle on that one, but is able to keep it alive. Now Malia Scott's going to set for Dembravin off the block there of Reed and Warsaw. This time it'll be Wallace attacking from the middle and gets the friendly roll off the top of the net. It's 21-19 Swarthmore. And again, it's Gerard to serve. This time she's going to float one, forcing Kishton to take a dive. And Bliss has her attack blocked by Morgan Bennett and Leventhal. The largest lead of the set now goes to Swarthmore at 22-19. Tim Cole not electing to use a timeout. Gerard, they'll go at Bliss once again. She sends that knuckler over And Bliss again has her attack blocked. It'll be Warsaw, who just misses the back line. And 5 straight points now for Swarthmore has given the Garnet a 23-19 lead. It'll be Gerard. Again, a knuckleball. Dug out by Kishton in the middle. It's Reed. And they stop the bleeding there. It's 23-20. And if you're a Johns Hopkins fan, this is who you want to see heading behind the service line. It's Elizabeth Warsaw with the team trailing by 3 here in the first set. The top spin goes to Sarah Wallace. Now Dembravin tries to drop it over. The block there by Aston. It's kept on the Swarthmore side. They'll feed Bliss, who has her attack blocked. Now Reed is going to send it over. Dembravin has it blocked by Reed. And the attack by Leventhal sets up set point now for Swarthmore. It's 24-20. In comes Gwyn Mesh to serve. It'll be Gwyn Mesh to serve. Swarthmore looking to close out the first set. It'll be Reed just missing, and Swarthmore has taken the first set 25-20. And they jump on top of Johns Hopkins 1-0. We'll have second set action from Goldfarb Gymnasium. When we return, Swarthmore takes set number 1, 25-20. We'll be back after this. You're watching Centennial Conference Volleyball on HopTV. It was Swarthmore taking set number 1, 25-20 over Johns Hopkins, giving them a 1-set advantage here off the bat, the exact same way as we started last year's championship match, where the Garnet took set number 1 and set number 2. But it was the Blue Jays winning the next 3 and taking home the conference title. Swarthmore looking to capitalize on this 1-set advantage here from Goldfarb Gymnasium. Matt Lawrence here with you on HopTV and the Centennial Conference Digital Network. The second of 4 champions that'll be crowned here on the Homewood campus today. Earlier this afternoon, it was Franklin and Marshall's field hockey team punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament as Elizabeth Warsaw opens up with an ace to start the second set. But Franklin and Marshall knocked off Johns Hopkins 2-1 in the field hockey title match. So Jane Wells and the Blue Jays, they'll await their postseason hopes tomorrow during selection show Monday, as Elizabeth Warsaw picks up another ace, back-to-back ace. And excuse me, I'm just getting corrected up here in the booth by my producer, Lauren Delapoli. The selection show for field hockey is tonight at 11:30. So they will know after this evening whether or not their season is going to continue or not. A violation that time against Swarthmore, 3 straight points to open up the second set for Johns Hopkins. And it continues to be Elizabeth Warsaw, the school's all-time leader in service aces. And picks up another one. It's 4-0 Johns Hopkins. And Elizabeth Warsaw is off to quite a start here in the second set. Didn't pick up an ace in the first set. In fact, both of her service rotations resulted in Swarthmore points. But right off the bat here, she picks up 4 quick points right off the bat. That time didn't quite get as much on it as the first 3. But Hopkins will have a chance here. It's Reed in the middle, and it's 5-0 Johns Hopkins. Looking to rebound after that first set loss. Coming up very shortly outside at Homewood Field, it'll be the men's soccer championship between Franklin and Marshall and Dickinson. Ernie LaRossa will be on the call for that one. You're going to want to check that one out. You're going to want to check that one out as Ernie LaRasa making his broadcasting debut this season for the men's soccer championship. Here it's 6-0 Johns Hopkins. Swarthmore is going to take a timeout. And we will return after this. More second set action from Gold Farm Gymnasium when we return on the Centennial Conference Digital Network. Elizabeth Warsaw and the Blue Jays have taken the first 6 points of this second set, looking to even the matchup 1 set apiece. Well on their way here as Warsaw has strung together 6 consecutive points. That time Wallace is there. Leventhal will take a swing from the near side, but dug out by Kishton. Now Bliss. Dembravin's going to attack from the far side, and a blocking error is going to give Swarthmore their first point, as it was Christy Reed coming over the center line. I mentioned prior to heading to that break that the men's soccer match was starting briefly. It has gotten underway outside at Homewood. They're about 18 minutes through the first half of that one between Dickinson and Franklin and Marshall, still scoreless, as Christy Reed picks up an oopsie-daisy kill right there off Morgan Bennett. Nicole Hada is going to check in for Hopkins. And over to the bench goes Simone Bliss. Haven't even had time to announce who had started this set. But right now on the floor, it's Hada along with Natalie Aston, Elizabeth Warsaw. Esther Hong is the libero in the gray top. Christy Reed and Lulu Kishton. Johns Hopkins attacking right to left on your screen. On the other side for Swarthmore, Gwyn Mesh just checked in for Olivia Leventhal. It'll be her turn to serve. Sarah Wallace, along with Malia Scott, Mira Dembravin, and Morgan Bennett up front for Swarthmore, as Mesh picks up the ace. Sarah Gerard is the libero in the red top. It'll be Mesh, who fails to reach the net, and you can see as soon as she hit that one, knew it wasn't going to be enough. Changes coming in now for Johns Hopkins as Reed and Esther Hong are going to head to the bench. And again, it'll be Rachel DePensier to serve for Johns Hopkins. 2 serves, 2 service errors in the first set. This time, Gerard is going to handle it. It might have been long, but the rally continues. Kishton is blocked at the net by Mesh. And a bad pass there from Nicole Hada is going to result in a point for Swarthmore. It's 8-4, Johns Hopkins. DePensier heads to the bench. In comes Esther Hong. And now Dembravin to serve. It's Kishton right off the block of Malia Scott. Puts it away, giving Johns Hopkins a 9-4 advantage. Kishton, one of the top attackers, led the team in kills and digs in the regular season. As Scott's going to back set this time for Morgan Bennett, who attacks right at Aston. Warsaw's going to have a shot at it, dug out there by Dembravin. Mesh will tap one over. Now Kishton has it blocked at the net. She'll try again. A diving save there by Dembravin. Now Gerard has to send it over her head to the Hopkins side. The back set for Warsaw, blocked at the net by Wallace. Wallace has her attack dug out by Hada. Near side attack from Christian. It's still alive. Scott's going to try to attack on 2. Wallace. Again, it's blocked. Diving stop there by Mesh. And this is the longest rally we've seen not only all day but all weekend. It'll be Warsaw cross court. Mesh keeps it alive. And the point is going to go to Johns Hopkins after a furious rally. The Blue Jays pick up the point and they go ahead 10-4. Now Aston to serve. They'll go at Gerard. Wallace will have a shot, but made contact with the far antenna. So the attacking error against Sarah Wallace gives Johns Hopkins the point. It's now 11-4 in favor of the Blue Jays. Aston the overhand serve. Wallace continues to try that finesse shot as Warsaw goes cross court. Another point for Johns Hopkins. It's been all Blue Jays thus far in the second set. They lead it 12-4. Aston continuing to serve. That one's going to go long. And now changes for Swarthmore as Elise Cummings will check in, as will Isabel Andrews. It's been Andrews getting much of the playing time here this afternoon, not Alice Liu, the normal starter for Swarthmore, as Gorelick is going to attack from the middle. It's dug out by Dembravin. Now Wallace is going to give it a try and finds the floor as it goes off with a diving stop from Nicole Hata. It's Johns Hopkins 12, Swarthmore 6. Cummings continuing to serve. Floats this one over towards Esther Hong. Now Warsaw, the lefty's going to attack from the left side. Dug out there. Scott's going to set Andrews. As Christian is dug out there by Gwen Mesh, who is also getting more playing time than we saw her yesterday. Rally continues. It'll be Aston setting Warsaw, who floats one over. Right to Dembravin. Malia Scott attacking on 2. And Malia Scott picks up her second kill of the afternoon to go along with 6 assists. Esther Hong bopping up the floor here in front of the net. It's a 12-7 lead for Hopkins. Looking to even the matchup 1 set apiece. And Wallace gets the kill. It was Christian and Gorelick combining for the block, but deflected off of Gorelick out of play. Cummings continuing to serve here. 3 straight points for the Garnet. It'll be Warsaw attacking down the left alley. And they stop the bleeding, giving themselves a 13-8 lead. In comes Simone Bliss. Nicole Hata will check back out. On the other side, Sarah Gerard comes back in, as does Isabel Andrews. As Wallace can't clear the net. Kitchen to serve now. As Dembravin's going to attack. Aston was there. Here comes Warsaw's swing from the far side. They're continuing to move Warsaw around the court here in a second set. But Malia Scott's going to drop that one over. Just so crafty from that center position. It's her 3rd kill of the afternoon. Leventhal will check back in for Swarthmore. Now Aston, the back set for Warsaw, blocked there by Leventhal. Bliss will elevate, and off the antenna is the call. And the point will go to the Garnet. It's a 14-10 lead now for Johns Hopkins. Blue Jays with both of their timeouts remaining here in the second set. As Bliss will get the home court bounce. That one skipped off the top of the net. It's now 15-10 in favor of Johns Hopkins. Morgan Wu with her second service error of the day. As it'll be Sarah Wallace to serve. Some left to right spin on that one. And a great set there to Simone Bliss as she's able to elevate over top of Leventhal and Malia Scott. Here comes Warsaw again to serve. She strung together 6 points on her first service rotation. Now it's Reed in the middle picking up the kill off the block of Andrews and Dembravin. Blue Jays continuing to look comfortable here in set number 2 as they lead at 17-11. It's Warsaw again to serve. And a rocket off of Wallace goes off the ceiling, but it's still alive. Bliss will elevate off of Gerard. And the Blue Jays now 7 points away from tying this matchup 1 set apiece. Wallace, Gerard, and Dembravin across the back 3 for Swarthmore. Up front, it's Malia Scott, Alice Liu, and Olivia Leventhal. Again, they go at Gerard, and again, it's another ace for Elizabeth Warsaw. It's been the Elizabeth Warsaw show here in the second set. She's accounted for 9 points from the service line, and Johns Hopkins has a 19-11 lead. Timeout by Swarthmore. We'll be back after this. You're watching the Centennial Conference Volleyball Championship on HopTV. An 8-point advantage for Johns Hopkins as Swarthmore comes out of their second and final timeout of the second set. It'll continue to be Elizabeth Warsaw, who's accounted for 9 points from the service line, that time an error, as she failed to clear the net. I talked a little bit about her earlier, but Elizabeth Warsaw now owns nearly every service ace record in the Johns Hopkins record book, with 13 aces earlier this year in a match against Bryn Mawr. She set the single match mark for aces. And then in the season finale on senior day, set the career record for aces as well as the single season mark with 88 on the year. She's added to that total since then. But Elizabeth Warsaw no doubt will go down as one of the top servers in the history of Johns Hopkins volleyball. It's 19-13 Johns Hopkins now. Aston tried to attack on 2, but Malia Scott was there to dig it out. The second time will work for Natalie Aston. And now Hopkins 5 points away from evening the matchup at 1 set apiece. It'll be Nicole Hata to serve, the freshman out of Hawaii. As she tosses this one up in the air. Not quite as much pace on that one, but more topspin. And now Aston over to Kishton, has her swing blocked by Morgan Bennett. They'll try her again. That time Wallace is there for the dig. Dembravin will attack, just missing the back line. There was nobody there for Johns Hopkins, but just missing the back line will give the point to Johns Hopkins. It's 21-13 now, Blue Jays. As again, it'll be Hata to serve. And an ace for Nicole Hata. Beautiful serve there, as this jump serve has been something that she's been working on all season. And it took until the last couple matches for Tim Cole to feel confident enough with it to let her give it a try. That one missed the near side. So that's a 22-14 advantage for the Blue Jays. Gwen Mesh in the serve. Olivia Leventhal to the bench. Sends the knuckleball at Hada. Now Warsaw just got out of position there. It was a difficult set from Aston. Makes it 22-15, Johns Hopkins. They'll attack at Hada. This time it's Kishton. Had her swing dug out by Gwen Mesh. Kishton again tries to go with a floater. And it looked like it deflected off of Morgan Bennett twice. It'll give the point to Johns Hopkins, 23-15 now. As Rachel DePensier will come in to serve. This time she gets it in play. Scott's going to set for Dembravin right off the block of Gorelick and Aston to score the point to the Blue Jays. And now it's set point for Johns Hopkins, 24-15. They come to their feet here in Goldfarb. DePensier on the serve, dug out there by Gerard. The set for Bravin off the block of Gorelick and Aston. The point to Swarthmore, scored a kill to Mira Dembravin. It'll be a few more set point opportunities for Johns Hopkins here. Now it'll be a side out chance to close out the second set, as they want to mop up the floor once again. It'll be Mira Dembravin to serve. Goes at Esther Hong. Now Aston's going to set for Kishton. Scott to Wallace. Tries the finesse shot once again, but Warsaw is there. Scott's going to try to attack on two. Now Aston's going to have an opportunity for Gorelick, but right at Gerard. Dembravin. The overpass from Hada is going to send it back to the Swarthmore side. Morgan Bennett in the middle. And Morgan Bennett's attack is going to go long, and Johns Hopkins has even the matchup at one set apiece. They take set number two, 25-16. It all started with 6 straight points from Elizabeth Warsaw. They led from wire to wire. And at 25-16, set 2 win for Hopkins has even this one up at 1. Set 3 coming up from Goldfarb Gymnasium. When we return, you're watching Johns Hopkins and Swarthmore in the Centennial Conference Volleyball Championship here on HopTV. As the sides switch ends of the court once again, we come out for the third set. Johns Hopkins and Swarthmore each with a set apiece. Johns Hopkins taking set number 2, 25-16, after it was Swarthmore taking the first set, 25-20. The last 2 times that these 2 programs have met, we've had a 5-setter. And if anything, if indications hold true after these first 2 sets, it looks like we could very easily be heading for another 5-setter here today for a spot in the NCAA tournament, an automatic qualifier berth on the line. For Johns Hopkins, they feel confident about their postseason chances regardless, win or lose today, based on strength of schedule, who they played in the non-conference. Swarthmore will be a little bit of a different story should they lose. But both teams with great possibilities of advancing to the NCAA tournament and being able to continue their season. Swarthmore takes the opening point of the third set. The Garnet in their gray tops, black bottoms, and red trim, now attacking right to left on your screen. Gwen Mesh is the libero in the red top. Just serving right there as Simone Bliss gets Johns Hopkins on the board. It's 1-1 now. Swarthmore opens up this set. Morgan Bennett along with Malia Scott and Olivia Leventhal, Sarah Gerard, Sarah Wallace, and Mira Dembravin. On the other side, Johns Hopkins counters with Elizabeth Warsaw, who's set to serve right now. Lulu Kishkin, Simone Bliss, Natalie Aston, Christy Reed, and Esther Hong is the libero in the gray jersey. They're going to get a touch. At the net, it looks like they're going to say Sarah Wallace made contact with that one. In comes Gwen Mesh to serve as Olivia Leventhal will head to the bench, as we've seen throughout the course of the afternoon. Scott's going to set for Dembravin, but Esther Hong is there. Now Bliss once again off of Dembravin. The ball gets caught in the ceiling. And the point to Johns Hopkins. Haven't seen it as much today. It was especially true in yesterday's Muhlenberg-Swarthmore match. The ceiling came into play quite often. As it'll be Nicole Hada now tossing this one up in the air. The top spin goes right off of the top of the net. And an ace for Nicole Hada. That's what can happen on these jump serves when you get that kind of pace and that kind of top spin on the ball. You're more likely to get the friendly bounce and friendly roll off the top of the net. Hits that strip and just keeps on going. As Nicole Hada picked up the ace, and now on this rally, it'll be Gerard bump setting on the far side for Dembravin. Dug out by Esther Hong. Kishkin had to come with the sidearm attack. Couldn't get it over the net. And we're tied at 3 now in the third set. It's Simone Bliss leading all attackers with 9 kills on the afternoon. Christy Reed has chipped in with 5. Elizabeth Warsaw with 5 aces for Johns Hopkins. Nicole Hada with a pair of aces. For Swarthmore, they're led by Sarah Wallace with 5 kills. As the attack from Morgan Bennett lands wide. Just 1 ace on the Swarthmore side has come from Sarah Wallace. Now it'll be Rachel DePensier, who again fails to clear the net. And that'll be the 3rd service error of the afternoon for Rachel DePensier. In comes Esther Hong. Sasha Grelik also in for the Blue Jays. It'll be Elise Cummings to serve for Swarthmore. Aston's going to have a difficult time setting that one. And Kishkin right off the block of Isabel Andrews. Swarthmore ties it up now at 5. As Cummings serves again, this time they'll go at Hada. Gorelick with a smile on her face, as she always does. Tried to attack from the near antenna. Kept alive there by Cummings. Now Aston to Kishkin, who finds the back corner. And the point goes to Johns Hopkins. Kill number 4 for Lulu Kishkin. And an ace that time for Natalie Aston. And again, it'll be Aston to serve. Goes with the overhand. That time at Dembravin. The attack is blocked by Gorelick, kept alive on the Swarthmore side. Now Wallace is going to try from the near corner. Kishkin off the block of Andrews. And Andrews, I don't think she realized how far away from the net she was. Tried to backhand it. Never really had much of a shot there. Johns Hopkins now has opened up an 8-5 lead, their largest of this third set. Run down by Malia Scott as Gerard now just has to dump it over, but nobody there for Johns Hopkins. And an unintentional kill will be given to Malia Scott. Scott's going to come in to serve this time. As Wallace drops one over, it's dug out by Kishton. Again, it's Scott attacking. The back set from Aston to Kishton. Esther Hong is there off the rebound. And we continue to play. Wallace will shoulder one over to the Hopkins side. Gorelick with a big swing in the middle. And the point goes to Johns Hopkins, 9-6. They lead it. It'll be Kishton to serve, and just want to take this time to thank everybody who has tuned in all weekend long here on HopTV and the Centennial Conference Digital Network. It's been a lot of fun bringing you this Centennial Conference Championship weekend. We've set records across the board for viewer numbers, and we're hoping to finish out strong here this afternoon with 3 more championships left to be determined here on the Homewood campus. Obviously right here, Swarthmore and Johns Hopkins are battling for the volleyball championship. Outside at Homewood Field right now, Franklin and Marshall and Dickinson for the men's soccer title are all tied at 0. 42 minutes in the first half, so they're nearing halftime of that one. And then the weekend will all be capped off later this afternoon. These two schools, Johns Hopkins and Swarthmore, will battle it out for the women's soccer championship. That one, as always, you can watch on HopTV as Sarah Wallace has her attack blocked by Sasha Gorelick and Elizabeth Warsel. The point to the Hopkins, it's 11-6. I'm doing my best to keep my voice from cracking the rest of the way. It's been a long weekend here. But I promise to tough it up for the final 2.5 sets here from Gold Farm Gymnasium. Lulu Kishton to serve now for Hopkins. The overpass at the net is attacked there by Andrews, but again, it's an error on the Swarthmore side. We're going to have a timeout on the floor by the Garnet. Johns Hopkins has doubled up Swarthmore here in the third set. It's 12-6 in favor of the Blue Jays. We're going to step aside with Johns Hopkins leading at 12-6. We'll be back after this. More third set action from Gold Farm Gymnasium. 12-6, Johns Hopkins leads Swarthmore here in the third set with the match tied 1 set each. Both of these teams looking to take a 2-1 lead as Simone Bliss attacks from the far side and picks up the kill. Bliss now in double figures with kills. That was her 10th of the afternoon. Natalie Aston with 16 assists as the overpass from Gerard's going to end up on the Johns Hopkins side. Bliss is going to try again. Kill number 11 from the freshman from Claremont, California. Back-to-back points for Johns Hopkins. And it's a 14-6 lead for the Blue Jays. Bridget Scott is going to check in for the first time for Swarthmore. Alice Liu will also come in for the Garnet. So Liu, along with Bridget Scott, Malia Scott, Sarah Gerard, Mira Dembravin, and Sarah Wallace. This is Bridget Scott just in off the bench. And Bridget Scott, 1 attack, 1 kill. We'll get Swarthmore within 14-7 now. As it'll be Sarah Wallace to serve. Johns Hopkins looking for back-to-back conference tournament titles. Scott to Liu, has it blocked there by Gorelick, still alive as Bridget Scott will again try from the far side, and again it's Gorelick on the block. Aston's going to back set for Warsel, who's just going to miss the back line. A bit strong on that one. As the Blue Jays with a 14-8 advantage now. Sarah Wallace continuing to serve. Aston's going to set far side for Bliss off the block of Alice Liu. And Simone Bliss, 12 kills on the day. It'll be Morgan Wu now in off the bench to serve. She'll send this one towards Gerard. Malia Scott will set for Mira Dembravin. And the kill for Dembravin. Blue Jays led by as many as 8 here in the third set. The lead is now down to 6 as it's 15-9 in favor of Johns Hopkins. Gerard to serve. This time goes off of Esther Hong. The set for Warsaw, and the kill for Elizabeth Warsaw, as it was Malia Scott that attempted to get in the way of that one. It's 16-9 Johns Hopkins. Winner of this set will take control of the match with a 2-1 advantage. Aston's going to set back for Bliss, and again, it's Simone Bliss. They have no answer for her from the left antenna. And an interesting note here, Simone Bliss, her season high, and you could also call it her career high, she is just a freshman, is 21 kills. Take a guess against what opponent that was. If you guessed Swarthmore, you would be correct. She had 21 kills in the 5-set win over Swarthmore back on October 14th. The most of her young career. And today, already with 13 here in the third set. As she will head to the bench for a much-needed breather. It'll be Nicole Hada in the serve. Hada tosses it high up in the air, and a beautiful serve there is going to land just over the end line. And those are the type of errors that head coach Tim Cole, he doesn't mind those. A nice, beautiful serve. Could have been an ace, but it landed just long. Now it's Kishton. Kishton with the kill. It's a 19-11 advantage for the Blue Jays. 6 points away from taking the third set. And here comes Rachel DePensier to serve. And that one's going to go to the left side. Then Bravin was there. A difficult set from Malia Scott. Put Dembravin in a difficult position, and the attack is going to go long. Timeout Swarthmore. It's their second and final timeout of the third set, with Johns Hopkins leading at 20-11. We'll be back after this, the third set to be concluded right after this on HopTV. It'll be Rachel DePensier continuing to serve now for Johns Hopkins. They hold a 20-11 advantage here in the third set, looking to take a 2-1 advantage. That one is going to land just long. And DePensier that time accounts for 1 point, as well as 1 error. Elise Cummings in for Swarthmore to serve. Now Aston's going to back set for Gorelick. Then Bravin with a nice dig there, and the attack by Scott is kept alive. And now Scott's going to attack again. And as she does all weekend, Malia Scott is going to pick up the kill. As a setter, Malia Scott averages just under 1 kill per set. Which is kind of unheard of for a setter. You compare that to the Johns Hopkins side, as the attack there by Natalie Aston is going to give the point to Swarthmore. It's 20-14. The ball's still alive here. Now Malia Scott's going to dump it over into the Hopkins side. Kishton's going to attack off the block of Lou and Scott. And we'll pick up the point. Blue Jays now 4 points away from taking a 2-1 advantage. They dropped the first one, now looking to take 2 in a row as Natalie Aston misses on that one. It's a 21-15 score. Bridget Scott checks back in. Bridget Scott, Alice Liu, Sarah Wallace, Sarah Gerard, Mira Dembravin, and Malia Scott on the floor right now for Swarthmore. Gorelick will wind up and take a swing. On the other side, it's Wallace. Has her attack dug out there by Nicole Hata. Now it's Warsaw picking up the kill. It's a 22-15 lead for the Blue Jays. Nicole Hata heads to the bench. Lulu Kishton will serve. Sarah Wallace imploring her defense, as it's going to be an ace for Lulu Kishton. Her first ace of the afternoon. In the 9th of the day for Johns Hopkins. Now Kishton to serve. Malia Scott's going to set for Alice Liu, dug out there by Esther Hong. Warsaw's going to try to drop one over. It's dug out there by Gerard. The attack from Leventhal is blocked by Gorelick. Near side, it's Wallace inside of the antenna. Now back to Bliss, and the kill for Simone Bliss, number 14 of the day. It's 24-15, set point for Johns Hopkins. Lulu Kishton to serve. The break in action right now is Elizabeth Warsaw, who's tying her shoe right in front of the net. And here comes Lulu Kishton. They're clapping their hands, chanting hop, hop, hop here in Goldfarb. The back set for Wallace. And Swarthmore is going to stay alive. 24-16. This time it'll be Sarah Wallace. They go at Bliss. The back set for Warsaw. Off of Gerard, and the point and set number 3 is going to go to Johns Hopkins. And they are one set away from back-to-back tournament titles here at Goldfarb Gymnasium. They take the third set, 25-16. They take set number 2, 25-16. And now they have a 2-1 advantage. And look to close it out when we return for set number 4 from Goldfarb. It's the Centennial Conference Volleyball Championship right here on HopTV. Johns Hopkins leading Swarthmore 2-1 as we get ready to start the 4th set here from Goldfarb Gymnasium. Matt Lawrence with you on HopTV and the Centennial Conference Digital Network, as we have been all weekend for this Centennial Conference Championship weekend, where all 4 of the tournaments have been hosted here at Johns Hopkins. I've been on the call with you for most of those, and we hope you've enjoyed this weekend the coverage here from Johns Hopkins. Let us know what you've thought about the broadcast. You can tweet at us at Hopkins Sports, or you can tweet at me personally. My Twitter handle is at Matt_Lawrence11. Lawrence is spelled Lawrence, and then the number 11. Tweet at me. Let me know what you think of the broadcast, what you've thought of this weekend. If I get any responses, I'll try to read those on the air as we move forward here in the Volleyball Championship. It's Swarthmore coming out and taking the first point. Now attacking left to right as you see it on your screen. It's Mira Dembravin. to serve. This time they'll target Warsaw off the bat. Bliss kept alive there by Gerard, and now it's Lou is now just going to have to send it over ahead of the Hopkins side. Reed attacking from the middle, trying to drop it in between, and Christy Reed will come up with the kill. In between sets here at Goldfarb, our public address announcer, Chris Ely, was announcing some football scores, some NFL scores, and the loudest reaction from the crowd definitely came from the announcement that the Eagles were up 24-6 on the Denver Broncos. That one in Philly, the Eagles all over the Broncos, 24-6. A lot of Philly fans here. Not only the Swarthmore fans being Philly fans, but a lot of Johns Hopkins people coming from the Philly area as well. As Elizabeth Warsaw picks up the kill. Some other NFL scores for you. The Jaguars up 13-7 at home over the Bengals. That one nearing halftime. New Orleans 16-3 over Tampa Bay. Indianapolis leads the Deshaun Watson-less Houston Texans 10-0. That one nearing halftime. Atlanta's up 10-7 on Carolina, again nearing halftime of that one. And the Rams 24-10 over the Giants. The local team, the Baltimore Ravens, they trail the Titans down in Nashville 16-6. And again, that one nearing the half. Here it's 2-2 in the third set as Johns Hopkins goes ahead 3-2 now. In comes Rachel DePensier to serve. It'll be DePensier along with Nicole Hada, Elizabeth Warsaw, Natalie Aston, Sasha Gorelick, and Lulu Kishton, the six on the floor right now for Johns Hopkins. Swarthmore counters with Sarah Gerard, the libero in the red top, along with Sarah Wallace, Mira Dembravin. Gwen Mesh is in the back line. This is her chasing after it towards the bench. Can't get to it. Malia Scott and Morgan Bennett also in the game for Swarthmore. Outside at Homewood Field right now, Franklin and Marshall and Dickinson remain scoreless. That one just started in the second 45 minutes. As the Pensier serve will go long. It'll be Malia Scott to serve for Swarthmore. The southpaw will send one with right to left spin on that one. An awkward spin coming from a left-handed server. Kishton's going to be able to bump this one up to Aston, who's going to attack right into the arms of Malia Scott. Now Bridget Scott is going to have her attack dug out by Warsaw, and Kishton goes off the block of Bridget Scott and Emma Morgan Bennett, and we're all tied at 4. Aston to Gorelick, and the kill for Sasha Gorelick, her fourth of the day. Simone Bliss, the lone player today in double figures with kills. She's got 14. The next closest is Elizabeth Warsaw with 7. Sarah Wallace leads the way for Swarthmore with 6. And now Bridget Scott is going to try to drop it over, but just misses to the right of the sideline. As the point goes to Johns Hopkins, they now lead at 6-4 as they look to close out the match and take home their second straight Centennial Conference title. Emma Morgan Bennett responds with a kill. As it's now Sarah Wallace to serve. As Warsaw attacks off the block of Bennett and Scott. Again, it's Warsaw. And again, it's Morgan Bennett and Bridget Scott on the block. Back-to-back blocks for Swarthmore is even this one up at 6. And as they've been doing all afternoon, Johns Hopkins looking to mop up the floor. It's Wallace to serve. Aston's going to set for Warsaw. Mira Dembravin is going to attack for the far side. It's dug out there by Esther Hogg. The attack from Warsaw is going to get a touch from Morgan Bennett and Bridget Scott. And that time, they get past the duo and pick up the kill. It's Elizabeth Warsaw on the kill and her 7th of the day. Excuse me, number 8 on the day for Elizabeth Warsaw. Does have 6 errors, which is a lot for her, as the ace comes from Lulu Kishton. Kishton now with her 2nd ace of the day. They'll attack at Gerard this time. Malia Scott's going to back set for Bridget Scott. Goes off the block of Bliss and Gorelick. Dembravin's going to try this time. It's kept alive, and now Bliss will fist one over to the Swarthmore side. Morgan Bennett has it blocked by Bliss. We continue to play on. Aston's going to set. Bliss elevates. Dug out by Gerard. Morgan Bennett couldn't handle it. And the kill will go to Simone Bliss, her 15th of the day. It's a 9-6 Johns Hopkins advantage. Kishton continuing to serve. The overhand will go to Gerard. Wallace serves, or swings, I should say. Gorelick finds the floor. And the Blue Jays starting to pull away here now. It's a 10-6 advantage in the 4th set. Franklin and Marshall and Swarthmore continue to be scoreless outside at Homewood in the men's soccer championship. As Dembravin is going to miss with her attack. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor taken by Swarthmore and head coach Harley Schwastik. It's 11-6 in favor of Johns Hopkins. We will step aside when we return. More 4th set action from Goldfarb. Johns Hopkins with a 2-1 advantage and a 5-point lead here in the 3rd set, or 4th set. Johns Hopkins 11, Swarthmore 6 here in the 4th set. As the attack from Dembravin is not going to clear the net. And Hopkins now has doubled up Swarthmore. It's 12-6 as they look to close out the 4th set for their 2nd straight conference title. Another ace from Lulu Kishton, her 3rd of the day. And now the Blue Jays can sense it here at Goldfarb. It's a 13-6 advantage. In comes Olivia Leventhal. Checking in for Mira Dembravin. Bridget Scott will also check back in. This is Kishton. Morgan Bennett slides it in right in front of the back line of Aston and Kishton. As Sarah Gerard will now step behind the service line. And there's an ace for Sarah Gerard, just the 3rd ace of the day for Swarthmore, the 1st for Gerard. It's been the difference today. Johns Hopkins with 12 aces, just the 3rd for Swarthmore. It's Gerard to serve. Sarah Wallace to her left. Alice Liu, Bridget Scott, and Olivia Leventhal, the 3 across the front line. And Malia Scott is the center as Bliss got crossed up there off the set and hit it off the near antenna. As Gerard will pick up another ace. And 4 straight points now for Swarthmore has made this one a 13-10 lead for Johns Hopkins. Swarthmore trying to claw back into this one and trying to force a 5th set. And there's Warsaw. She answers with a kill. Her 9th of the day makes it 14-10 Johns Hopkins. The Swarthmore women's soccer team starting to file in here behind the Garnet bench. These two schools will take on each other once again right after this outside at Homewood, as the women's soccer teams will meet for a spot in the NCAA tournament. As Alice Liu has her attack blocked there by Natalie Aston, still alive. Scott's going to set for Wallace, who tries to drop it over, but Reed is there. The back set for Warsaw is going to go off the block and off the hands of Gerard. And Elizabeth Warsaw now in double figures with 10 kills. It'll be Morgan Wu to serve. Tosses it up in the air, sends the knuckleball over towards Gerard. The set far side for Leventhal is dug out nicely by Lulu Kishton. Now Bliss is going to attack, and Bliss is going to pick up the kill. Back-to-back points for Johns Hopkins has stopped the bleeding. It's 16-10. Mira Dembravin will check back in as Olivia Leventhal will head to the sideline. Continues to be Morgan Wu to serve. And Scott to Scott. Warsaw's going to give it a try from the far side. Now Malia Scott over to Dembravin. Dug out by Morgan Wu, but out of play. We'll give the point to Swarthmore. It'll be Dembravin credited with that kill. Bridget Scott heads to the bench. Gwen Mesh will check in to serve. It'll be Gwen Mesh. And the attack from Liu, who seemed to get crossed up there, gives the point to Johns Hopkins. It's now a 17-11 Blue Jay lead. As the swing there from Warsaw. And now the attack from Dembravin is kept alive. Christy Reed goes diving into the sideline. And the point goes to Swarthmore. Holding on to a 17-12 lead is Johns Hopkins. This is Dembravin to serve. The attack from Aston is kept alive by Malia Scott. Aston's going to give it a try. The overpass by Dembravin back to the Hopkins side. The swing by Bliss is blocked by Liu. They'll give it another try to Simone Bliss. Sarah Gerard keeps it alive, and the overpass goes back to the Hopkins side. Hong will send it over. Sarah Wallace on the swing. Natalie Aston on the blocking error. And it's now a 17-13 Johns Hopkins lead. Swarthmore looking to force a 5th set as Dembravin fails to clear the net on that serve. It'll be Nicole Hata to check in for the Blue Jays. To the bench goes Simone Bliss. Now Hata tosses it high up in the air, gets the top spin, but it sails long. So another service error. That's the 19th service error of the day for Johns Hopkins. They have 12 aces, but 19 errors from the service line has kept Swarthmore in this one as Christy Reed bangs one off the floor. It's a 19-14 advantage. for Johns Hopkins. In comes the Pensier to serve once again. This one gets in play. The set for Morgan Bennett. There's going to be a kill for Emma Morgan Bennett. It's 19-15 Johns Hopkins. It was Swarthmore winning the first set, 25-20, and then sets 2 and 3 each went to Johns Hopkins, 25-16. It's a Malia Scott to serve. Aston's going to set for Kishton. Off the double block, it's still alive. Far set for Wallace. Warsaw is there. And Ahada will get whistled for the lift. Malia Scott again to serve. This time they'll go at Kishton. Aston wants to feed Kishton again, drops it over, but a diving save by Malia Scott to keep it alive. Hong is there for the dig. Now Kishton again picks up the kill. And now the Blue Jays just 5 points away from their second straight conference title. They went a perfect undefeated 10-0 in the regular season to take home the regular season championship. Looking to cap it off with a tournament title as well. It was a season of firsts for Johns Hopkins, as for the first time in program history, they entered the coaches poll in the top 25, and now looking for back-to-back conference titles. As we're going to have another timeout by Swarthmore. It's 21-16, Johns Hopkins in the fourth set. They'll look to close it out when we return. You're watching the Centennial Conference Volleyball Championship on HopTV. Back out of the timeout, Johns Hopkins 4 points away from taking home their second straight conference title. Sarah Wallace will come out and swing from the far side, as Natalie Aston that time couldn't feed Lulu Kishton. For Johns Hopkins, this would be their fifth conference tournament title. Swarthmore has never won the conference tournament. And a kill there for Sasha Gorelik makes it 22-17 Johns Hopkins. Back comes Simone Bliss as Nicole Hada will head to the sideline. And now Kishton attacks this one at Gerard. It'll be Bridget Scott on the big swing, but it goes long. Now Johns Hopkins just 2 points away. As it's 23-17, again, Johns Hopkins, and Lulu Kishton is going to mop up the floor. As we have a bit of a break in action here. Johns Hopkins leading Swarthmore 23-17. 2 points away from closing out their second straight conference championship, securing their automatic qualifier, and positioning themselves for a chance to host an NCAA regional. It's Dembravin. Not ready to go away yet are the Garnet. As Dembravin picks up the kill, number 7 of the day for her. Back into the hands with it is Sarah Gerard. This one to Kishton, and now Bliss is going to elevate. The double block there, a diving save by Gerard to keep it alive. It'll be Aston, the back set for Warsaw. Off Gerard once again, and the kill for Elizabeth Warsaw. Number 11 on the day. It's match point for Johns Hopkins as they lead at 24-18. The crowd is on their feet. The football team, dressed up in their various costumes, are clapping their hands and cheering on the home Jays. Here's Morgan Wu on the serve. Wallace is there on the tap. She's going to send it over off of Bliss. It's still alive as Christian's going to put it overhead. And now Wu dumps it back into the Swarthmore zone. Malia Scott's going to set on the far side for Dembravin. And Swarthmore is still alive. It's 24-19. A side-out opportunity now for Johns Hopkins to win it. In with it being Bridget Scott's rotation to serve. They've had a lot of success with her at the front line, but she's going to have to head to the bench as Gwen Mesh will check in. So the height for the front line of Swarthmore, not what it would be with Bridget Scott out there. This is Mesh to serve. It'll be Aston to Bliss. Elevates. Wallace keeps it alive. The set for Mira Dembravin finds the floor. Aston's able to palm it. Bliss sends it over. It's up in the ceiling, and the attack by Dembravin is dug out by Esther Hong. Bliss, the third time. It's Gerard is there. Malia Scott tried to attack on two. It's still alive. Warsaw trying to close it out right into the arms of Mesh. Now Alice Liu, the block by Simone Bliss. Ball game. Johns Hopkins, for the second time in 2 years, is your Centennial Conference Tournament champions. They were unbeaten in the regular season, and they were unbeaten in the Centennial Conference Tournament. And Johns Hopkins and Tim Cole have secured their 5th conference title in program history. It's the Blue Jays, after falling in the first set 25-20, they took set number 2 and set number 3 by a score of 25-16, and they win the 4th set, I should say, 25-19. And Johns Hopkins, for the second straight year, is your Centennial Conference Tournament champions. For Swarthmore, their season certainly far from over, as they will conclude 21-7 on the year, 8-2 in Centennial Conference play, and now they await to see if they're going to get an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. Johns Hopkins, they know they've secured their spot. Sitting at 24-3, they were a perfect 10-0 in the regular season, and now head coach Tim Cole and the Blue Jays will shift their attention to the NCAA tournament, as they will find out tomorrow whether or not they're going to host an NCAA regional or if they are going to go on the road, potentially with a rematch against Stevenson, a match that we saw just a few weeks ago. The two local schools very likely will see each other again. We're going to keep it here for you as the conference commissioner, Steve Ulrich, will head out to the field or center of the court as he will present the championship trophy to the Johns Hopkins team. Our public address announcer is Chris Ely. As Swarthmore now being recognized on the floor. It was a great championship match we had here. Swarthmore jumped out ahead 25-20 in the first set. But Johns Hopkins, 3 straight wins, 3 straight set wins. And Elizabeth Warsaw was announced as the MVP, but it's Christy Reed that is going out to accept the award. Maybe it's Elizabeth Warsaw that didn't want the recognition as the MVP, but Elizabeth Warsaw with 11 kills and 5 service aces on the day, is your tournament MVP. And now Johns Hopkins, the team, will come out. They'll meet Steve Ulrich. They'll be awarded once again with the conference championship trophy. And now they shift their attention to postseason play. Well, for those interested on what's going on outside at Homewood Field, Franklin and Marshall has taken a 1-0 lead over Dickinson. That one's got 20 minutes remaining before Franklin and Marshall would be named the men's soccer champion. But Johns Hopkins fans, Swarthmore fans, you're going to want to stay with us here on HopTV. The weekend is capped off later this afternoon out at Homewood Field. Swarthmore and Johns Hopkins will do battle again, this time for the women's soccer title and another automatic qualifying berth to the NCAA tournament. Here at Goldfarb, it's Johns Hopkins knocking off Swarthmore for the conference title in 4 sets and punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament. We're almost done here on the Homewood campus. 2 more conference champions to be awarded. Outside at Homewood right now, Franklin and Marshall and Dickinson with 20 minutes remaining. It's F&M with a 1-0 lead over the Red Devils. And later this afternoon, it'll be the Blue Jays in the Garnet once again, this time with the women's soccer championship on the line. Well, for everybody here at the Johns Hopkins Office of Athletic Communications, we thank you for tuning in all season for Johns Hopkins Volleyball. My statisticians in the booth and my statisticians all year were Dan Edos and Erica Johnston. My camera operator today was Joe Pan. And my producer, as always, was Lauren Delapoli. And I'm Matt Lawrence. One last time saying good night from Goldfarb Gymnasium. We hope that you join us later this afternoon when Johns Hopkins and Swarthmore will meet for one final time for the Women's Soccer Championship. Johns Hopkins, your 2017 Women's Volleyball Conference Tournament champions.